Welcome to English Podcast Fluency, the place where you learn English through real conversations and real emotions. Today's topic is love and feelings, and we begin a new romantic story called When Hearts Begin to Speak. It's a story about two ordinary people who find love in an unexpected way. So sit back, relax, and listen carefully. Not just with your ears, but with your heart. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na.
You know, people always say love starts with a look or a moment. But for me, it started with a message.
A message? That's so modern. What kind of message?
You wrote a comment under my post. That's exactly how I feel. And I don't know why, but those words stayed with me.
I remember that. You were talking about life, dreams, and how people lose motivation sometimes. I didn't even think you'd notice me.
Oh, I noticed. And that one comment turned into a small reply, then into a long conversation. And before I knew it, we were talking every single day.
Yes, I remember our first late night chat. You made me laugh so much that night, and I felt like I was talking to someone I had known for years.
I felt the same way. It was strange, wasn't it? How two strangers could suddenly feel so connected.
Maybe it was destiny. Maybe we were meant to meet, even if it started online.
I think so too. You came into my life when I needed peace. And you gave me that with just your words.
And you gave me comfort. Sometimes I'd have a bad day, but then your message would appear and suddenly everything felt lighter.
That's because you had a beautiful way of talking, not just kind, but honest. You didn't try to impress anyone. You were just you.
And you were just you, the calm guy who always listened more than he spoke.
Do you remember our first meeting in person?
Of course I do. I wore a blue dress. I didn't even like it, but you said it looked perfect.
Because it did. I was so nervous that I almost dropped the coffee I brought you.
You noticed your hands were shaking.
Yeah, and when you laughed, I thought, maybe this is what peace feels like.
That day changed something. It wasn't just meeting someone new. It was meeting someone who made me feel seen.
I wanted to tell you something that day, but I didn't have the courage.
What was it?
That I liked you. A lot.
You didn't need to say it. I felt it.
And you?
Maybe I felt something too. I didn't want to admit it, but it was there.
Sometimes love doesn't begin with fireworks. It begins with silence, comfort, and one small moment that feels right.
Exactly. That day when we said goodbye, I went home and couldn't stop smiling.
And I couldn't sleep because every time I closed my eyes, I saw your smile again.
That's how it started. Not as a story we planned, but as a feeling we couldn't ignore.
A beginning of something beautiful.
Na 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 na, na 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 na. And that was part one of our romantic story, When Hearts Begin to Speak. In the next part, their connection grows deeper and love begins to bloom. Stay tuned for part two, When Feelings Grow. Thank you for listening to English Podcast Fluency. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a story that teaches you English through emotion and real life. See you in part two. Heart. Welcome back to English Podcast Fluency. Today, we continue our real love story, part two. In the first part, we learned how two souls met by chance, how they felt the spark, and how love began to grow in unexpected ways. But in this episode, things get deeper, more emotional, because real love is never easy. So sit back, relax, and listen carefully. Let's begin. Hey, it's you again. I wasn't sure you'd answer tonight. Of course I would. I've been waiting for this call all day. You know, it's the only thing that makes me feel close to you. I miss your voice, Emma. Every night I look at the stars and wonder if you're seeing the same sky. I do, Alex. Every single night. It's strange, isn't it? How love can make distance feel smaller, but silence feel bigger. Yeah, sometimes I wish time could just stop when I'm talking to you. Like right now. This moment feels perfect. You're too sweet. But tell me, how's work? You sound tired. Work's been tough, but honestly, the hardest part is not seeing you. Everything else is easy compared to that. That's how I feel too. People ask me why I smile so much lately, and I tell them, because someone far away makes me happy. That someone far away is missing you like crazy. Alex, do you ever think about the future? About us? Every single day. I imagine walking with you, holding your hand, maybe even building a small home somewhere quiet. That sounds like a dream, but sometimes I get scared. What if we don't make it? What if life changes things? Emma, love doesn't promise that things will be easy, but I promise I'll never stop trying. That's what real love means. Hey, Alex, I don't know if you're awake. I just wanted to tell you that I'm proud of you. I know you're working hard, chasing your dreams, but please don't forget to rest. And don't forget that somewhere, someone loves you quietly, endlessly, and completely. Someone loves you quietly. Those words, they hit me so hard. Sometimes I wonder how I got so lucky. Emma, I know you can't hear me right now, but I'm counting the days until I can hold you again. This distance, it hurts, but it's also proof of how strong we are. Hi, stranger. You look tired again. That's because I stayed up late finishing my project, but it's worth it. I'll be visiting next month. Wait, what? You're coming here? Yeah, I couldn't stay away anymore. I need to see you. Alex, you have no idea how much that means to me. I've missed you every second. I've missed you too, but soon, distance will just be a memory. And I'll finally get to say, I love you, not through a screen, but right next to you. Then I'll say it back 1,000 times if I have to. You know, sometimes I think love isn't about how close you are, but about how much you care, even when you're far. Exactly. Real love doesn't fade because of distance. It grows stronger because of it. And that was part 2 of our real love story. Love, distance, and patience. 3 words that test every heart. But when love is true, nothing can break it. Stay tuned for part 3, where Alex and Emma finally meet again after months apart, and their story takes a turn that will touch your heart. Thanks for listening to English Podcast Fluency. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and keep learning English through real stories.
Welcome back to English Podcast Fluency. This is part 3, the final chapter of our real love story. In the last episode, Alex and Emma faced distance, longing, and endless waiting. But tonight, everything changes. This is the moment their hearts finally meet. So grab your headphones, find a quiet place, and let's begin this emotional journey. Sunrise, scene, early morning, airport terminal.
I can't believe it's happening, Emma. After all these months, I'm finally here.
Are you serious? You're at the airport already? Oh my God, Alex. I feel like I'm dreaming.
It's no dream this time. I'm standing right here, holding the same bag I had the day I met you.
You remembered? You're crazy.
Crazy for you, maybe.
Where are you now? Tell me.
Just past gate 3. I can see the sunlight coming through the glass. It's beautiful, but not as beautiful as the moment I'll finally see you again.
Heart, scene, the first meeting. Alex, I see you. Oh my God, you're really here.
Emma, you're even more beautiful than I remembered.
Footsteps, then silence, the kind of silence that speaks louder than words. I waited so long for this moment. Every night I told myself, one day he'll come.
And I promised myself, one day, I'll never let her wait again.
You kept your promise.
And I'll keep it forever.
Sunset, scene. Later that evening, walking together by the beach. You know, Alex, sometimes I used to doubt if love like ours could survive distance.
I did too, but I think that's what makes it real. The fear, the waiting, the hope. Real love isn't perfect. It's patient.
Exactly. Love isn't about being together every second. It's about trusting each other even when you're apart.
Do you remember the first message you ever sent me?
Of course! I said, I didn't expect to meet someone who understands me so easily.
And I replied, maybe we met because the universe wanted to prove that timing isn't everything, connection is.
That's still my favorite line. Nightfall, scene, sitting by the ocean. Look at the waves, Alex. They come and go, but they always return, just like us.
That's beautiful. Maybe love is like the ocean. It moves, it changes, but it never disappears.
And maybe we're the tide, always finding our way back to each other.
You always know how to make everything sound magical.
That's because love makes everything feel that way. Heart, scene, the confession.
Emma, I need to tell you something.
What is it?
All this time, I thought love was about finding the perfect person. But now I know it's about choosing someone again and again, even when things aren't perfect.
That's the most beautiful thing you've ever said.
I love you, Emma. Not because it's easy, but because it's real.
And I love you too, Alex, because you make my world softer, brighter, and honest. Stars, scene, final moment, silence, waves in the background.
Promise me one thing. No matter where life takes us, we'll never stop believing in what we have.
I promise. Because love like this doesn't happen twice.
Then let's make it last forever.
Soft pause, gentle wind, quiet music fades in. And that was part 3, the final chapter of our real love story. A story of patience, distance, and the power of true connection. Love isn't always easy, but when it's real, it's worth every second. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe, share, and keep following English Podcast Fluency, where we teach English through stories that touch your heart and improve your speaking skills. Until next time, keep learning, keep loving, and keep believing in real love.